Joe, Faith, and Cody are about to find out for themselves just what a cochlear implant can do. With their surgical scars healed, they have each come back in turn to the clinic to activate their implants.
I haven't slept for like 4 days just wondering what the sound, what it's going to sound like.
One component sits on the scalp, held above the implant with a magnet. The microprocessor on this model sits behind Joe's ear, like a hearing aid.
Behind your ear. Is that okay?
Yeah. You're to listen now.
You're to listen now.
I will slowly raise
and I will
the level of the sound.
Now we're just going to present some beeps through the computer.
Ready?
The tones are computer-generated signals used to calibrate the implant. But at this point, no actual sounds in the room are being transmitted, just the beeps.
Good.
Did you hear that?
I think you did. Put it one more time.
I think I heard something.
Listen.
Cody's been taught to hold a block to his ear, prompting him to listen, and when he hears something, to put the block in the puzzle.
I don't know if I'm hearing things or not, but it sounds like something.
Maybe.
I'm going to say yes.
Good.
I'm going to say
Good.
yes. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Good. Yay.
Whoa.
Still hearing it? Good.
Yeah, that's low right now.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
I ain't never been able to hear nothing from out here. What I thought, that's amazing on that. Already it's amazing to me. Wow.
Ready to turn it on?
Then it's finally time to turn on the microphone built into the implant.
Remember, it's going to sound very different, and I do not know how it's going to sound.
Now the sounds in the room are being processed into digital signals that the patient will have to learn to recognize as specific sounds.
He could laugh, he could cry, he could just look at you. He could do nothing, he could sit and stare at the fish. Very slowly turn up the volume and ask everyone in here to talk.
Mr. Van, can you hear me?
Joe, can you hear me? Joe?
Mr. Van. Mr. Van.
Hi, Mom. Can you hear me? This is what my voice sounds like.
Okay, Mr. Van, can you hear me? How does it sound? Does it, can you tell him? Go ahead.
A little bit low. What? Every time I, wait a minute. Is it because of my voice it's causing that?
Daddy, where's the fish?
Okay, Mr. Van.
Even that, I can't take that, man. I'm gonna have to yank that thing off.
I'm very confused right now.
Cody.
Oh, no. Yeah.
The experience can be loud or even painful at first, as the patient's brain reacts to this new stimulus.
Got a little running out my eyes.
It's okay.
Man.
Hi, Faith. It's a whole new world for you today. Did you hear yourself laugh? Yes. I didn't like that.
Cody, where's Aunt Bev?
Why?
My voice is so loud. I hear your voice, but what you're saying, no.
Even Joe, who had some hearing in one ear, will have to learn to
I
interpret
want
these
to
new
make sure
sounds
you
as
hear
language.
my voice. I don't expect you to understand my voice right now.
All that is doing is popping every time you say something.
How are you feeling right now?
Sleeping.
A little bit dizzy? A little confused? Confused? Okay.
Wait and listen.
Look, look.
Can you hear anything?
I hear something, but that ain't typhoon, is it? Is it?
That's what it is.
Cochlear will help you hear. Yes.
Am I going to be able to hear words with this?
Eventually, yes. Through a lot of practice. Okay?
How long?
There's like a machine coming. Yeah,
Sounds
there
like a
is.
machine.
There's noise in the room.
There's a lot of noise, a lot of sound. There's a fan in here. The computer makes sound. There's a lot of noise in this room, in the world.
The dog barking, that scared me for the first time. It was like, you know, it's just a loud sound. I didn't know what it was at first. And then he started barking at me. And that's when I realized that it was a dog. There he comes, full steam ahead. It gets better every day. I mean, each day, more and more I can understand a conversation in the car. Before, when we'd have to look at each other, I can start picking out words without actually seeing what she's saying.
Kevin had the advantage of at least hearing up until he was 28 years old. These are people who have never heard before, and it's an amazing thing for them to be able to be introduced to the world of sound and to be able to hear music and appreciate it. We're just trying to get back to where we were.
Hello, this is Kevin. Yes, I can hear you.
A hookup runs the audio from Kevin's phone directly into the processor on his belt.
Say something now. My brain's interpreting the sounds and probably tuning it so that I like it. I don't know how, but I guess it's what I like and what I'm used to, and it's adjusting it so that I can understand it and so that it sounds okay to me. I went from P2 up to P3. Yeah, it's definitely better on P3. Brain and technology working together. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Only 2 months since receiving his implant, being able to use the phone, which supplies no visual cues as to what's being said, means Kevin is well on his way to adapting to the device. But Joe, Faith, and Cody still face a crucial test: understanding the complex sounds of speech. It's day 2 with the implant. After their first day of sound, revelation comes hand in hand with frustration.
Look, Plug, I don't understand nothing from this here.
Did you understand what I just told you?
Reading your lip. I don't understand nothing what anybody says from this. Yeah, that's what you keep saying, yeah.
Well, that's right.
I want it now.
Stop slamming the cabinet. Easy on the cabinets. It was a habit. So I close it now. Oof. Because I can't stand it loud.
What bothers me the most about this thing is when I turn that shower on. I wash my hand at the wash basin.
The water.
Pour it out real, whew, it's real loud.
Do you want to turn it up louder? See if that's any different? No. Okay.
Listen.
A long process has begun. It will take at least 2 years, but even the once profoundly deaf can expect to understand at least 60% of normal speech.
Bop, 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 bop. Yes. Okay, listen again.
Everyone's definition of success is very different. For someone who's never heard, just being able to hear environmental sounds is successful. For someone who once had hearing, they want to be able to talk on the phone.
I had a little boy, 6 years old, that was activated and had gradually lost his hearing, so he was walking out of the hospital and not paying attention to anything his parents were saying, and he finally said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "My gum makes noise, and my shoes squeak on the floor."
A lot of my patients will tell me this is just a miracle. It's so much better than with my hearing aid, but yet that also comes with some frustration. But it was very exciting. The end is very rewarding.
What we've seen in this slice of time for these 4 individuals is representative of the kind of experience that they've had with spoken communication.
Of the 4 cochlear implant patients, Kevin Buckingham is doing by far the best, which is not surprising, considering he was only deaf for a relatively short period of time.
So what do you want to watch tonight? What haven't we seen?
What haven't we seen?
What's this? I don't think we've seen this yet.
You seen this?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Less than a year after his implant, Kevin can often hear what Deborah is saying without needing to read her.
Isn't that?
Just like this? You got the card?
Yeah. Hold on a second, okay?
And in fact, Kevin has found that he's beginning to be able to do just about everything he used to do without missing too much of the world of sound.
Yeah, who's this? Hey, Ray, what's up?
Shuffle them good. I want to win.
But for Faith Gribble, born profoundly deaf, success is measured in small triumphs. 9 months after receiving her implant, Faith is making steady progress producing the sounds of speech.
Her voice quality has improved, and her rate of speech has improved. Her loudness, her pitch has improved a great deal, and she is able to better produce the sounds because she's able to better hear herself.
What color?
What color are you making it?
What color?
I was able to have a conversation with her without signing at all. Before the implant, I wasn't ever able to have a conversation with her without signing.
Yeah, where are your glasses at?
Last.
I'll start buying you the shirts with the pockets or pockets. So how many's in your class?
Only 7. 7. There's no girls in there. That's why that school bites.
Will Faith ever be able to use the telephone? I think yes. Telephone use takes a lot of motivation and a lot of practice. It may be years down the road, but I think that she will at least be able to use the telephone for basic communication, talking to familiar voices such as her children or her husband, and with limited conversation.
I need the green.
Can this level of motivation be achieved by Cody Shoemaker, just 5 years old?
Stop right there a minute.
And will Joe Van be willing to work hard enough to overcome his frustration?
What his language was ahead of time and the behavioral issues that we started with, I think his progress has been very good. Cody's biggest obstacle is going to just be normal language learning.
Shoe. 2. Shoe. Sign it. Shoe.
A child that first learns to hear through a cochlear implant is different in that we are teaching them from day one. So it's not reteaching them, but it's teaching them for the first time what that sound is.
Eyes. Not fish. Eyes. 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 Where's Mom's eyes? Eyes. Good. There's Mom's eyes.
Cody is now attaching a lot of meaning to sound. He is able to listen and for longer periods of time and able to focus in on speech.
Cody, say bear.
Bear.
Yeah.
Whereas previously, it was all sound coming in.
Bear.
Go, Bear.
His speech has improved. He's starting to drop sign more and only use oral communication.
Time to clean up. Ready? Wait. I want the shoes.
We often see the most gains in the first
I
year,
want the shoes.
plateau for the next 2 to 3 years, and then 3 to 5 years after the implant, we again see a steep learning curve.
No.
And that's provided that they keep up therapy.
Yeah.
Shoes. That's right. These are shoes. Goodbye, shoes.
After 9 months, Joe is also doing well, but he still wishes things would move faster. His main complaint today, however, is over some disturbing dizzy spells he thinks are a result of the implant. An audiogram test reveals that nothing seems wrong with the implant itself. So Joe is sent to see Dr. Naparko to determine what else might be causing his vertigo.
Have a seat right in here. Dr. Naparko will be right over.
How are you, sir? Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to look right here at his nose, okay? And you just keep looking right there, okay? We'll need to turn the lights out. I'm looking for any abnormal eye movements there, any twitching of the eyes.
The eye exam appears to rule out any underlying neurological problems.
Well, it's not unusual for people with an implant to have this problem, which sounds like the swelling of the membranes of the inner ear. So what we need to do is to try to get that swelling down. And I'm going to put you on some medicine to try to accomplish that. You seem to be hearing better.
No, yeah, I got a good one too.
Yeah. But is this giving you more information?
It's working, but it's not, I don't understand nothing yet.
Yeah.
What other things can you hear with the implant
Everything, bird chirping and everything. I sit down here back here and I can pull listening birds chirping. You know, they do.
So there are some good sounds.
Yeah,
that
there's a
you
good
hear.
sound to it, but sometimes it's aggravating too.
There's one thing that I have noticed is that you can't talk behind his back no more.
Let me ask you, is it easier to communicate with him?
Absolutely. When we travel south, most time we leave before the chickens get up and it's dark. And we can't communicate until it begins to get light.
Oh.
Because he always, when I'm talking to him, he'll just glance over to me so he can pick up what I'm saying.
I see.
And now when I say something to him, he hears me.
I see.
He hears me. I've heard him say, I wish I hadn't had this done. I am really disappointed.
Yep.
But I told him, I said, now the doctor told you, Jennifer tells you, it's going to take time. It ain't going to happen overnight.
Yeah, but people don't believe us.
No.
We tell them that and they think I'm going to be different.
You
It can take up to 2 years to get maximum benefit.
And that's what you told me before.
I know.
If I can live 2 more years.
You can live forever.
Let's put it away. Broken.
As long as they continue to work at it, Joe, Cody, Faith, and Kevin can all expect steady progress in understanding the sounds of speech. For Cody and Faith, an equal challenge will be in learning to produce those sounds as well. The human brain has a remarkable capacity to make sense of the bionic signals coming from the implant, as it conveys the entire range of sounds out there in the world.
Yep, let's get out of here.
That helicopter up there, I imagine it's a state trooper helicopter.
That's a helicopter.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nosy thing.